You thought I forgot to leave an addendum for one of the episodes. Well, I haven't. Life has been pretty busy and we are catching up. Welcome to Here Nor There Podcast Confections. This is an addendum to the STFU episode. I think I can curse on this one. I think YouTube is not necessarily going to restrict my reach if I curse a little bit on this one. But you know what? We're mature. We're adults here. We don't have to do that. You know what STFU means. You know what it means, right? And that is the key behind the law of assumption. There's a lot of keys behind the law of assumption. Think of it like a janitor. Think of yourself as a metaphysical janitor, and you're walking around the campus of your reality with a set of keys. And all of these keys will unlock different realities. And one of those keys is secrecy. Secrecy equals success. Neville talked about secrecy a lot. And the way that I look at it, you look at your subconscious and your conscious as a holy matrimony. You are married to yourself. You are married to your subconscious mind, which is an extension of you, which is connected to all of your different selves across different parallel realities, which is connected to your true authentic self, the self that is not weighed down by trauma, resentment, fear, pain, all of those things that have shaped you to be something that you don't want it to be. All those things that have shaped you into beliefs that are unfavorable for you. Your higher mind, which is to me your authentic self, is connected to your self-concept. You need to saturate your self-concept with a different belief, with different affirmations, recorded affirmations. Remember, I'm not a proponent, I'm not an advocate of robotic affirmations. So I have to continue to make that difference so nobody gets confused. But you have to saturate your subconscious with new beliefs. And once you do that, once you have this agreement with your subconscious, now you are combined in holy matrimony. And now the subconscious will go forward and bring about your new reality day by day. Sometimes it'll be leaps. Sometimes you'll be in a different reality the next day. Sometimes it will take a few months. I think the bigger the manifestation, the more of the transformation to get you into the person that has it depends on how big the manifestation is. I think how long the manifestation takes depends on how big, how large the desire is. We all know that if you want to manifest being a multimillionaire, that's not going to happen in 2 months. You know that. I know that. If it did happen, you wouldn't believe it. Recently, I purchased a new car, and I'll go into detail about that in the next episode. But as I said in the last Sunday service, is that I bought the car after I saw the car a month ago on the showroom floor inside of the dealership. It was that rare of a car. It's there inside of the dealership, right? On the showroom floor. And I said, no way, Jose, this car going to be here a month from now. Not only was it there, but it was marked down $3,000. And I ended up getting one of the best deals, probably the best deal in a motor vehicle that I ever gotten in my adult life. I owe that to secrecy. I only told one person what car I wanted. I didn't tell the community. I didn't tell, most of you didn't even know I was in a wreck. I lost my previous car. But I kept it a secret. And I kept it a secret in holy matrimony with my subconscious. And there is one person you can tell. At the end of that episode, I did mention the one person that Neville said you could tell, and that was your wife. And he mentioned that he told his wife. So I look at the whole wife thing as a metaphorical wife, the metaphysical wife, which is your subconscious, and your actual wife. Or for those of you that are married to a gentleman, your husband. But if you have any doubt whatsoever, keep it to yourself. Keep it within. But I found that since reading that, if I share something with my wife-to-be, with my fiance, it still comes to fruition because she is, again, a reflection of me. And I don't have any resisting thoughts or doubts about her or me sharing things with her. But even then, even still, there are things that I keep just between me and my metaphysical wife. That's my subconscious. And that's what the STFU episode was about. There are so many people that run around and tell everybody what they're manifesting and wonder why it won't manifest. And you have to stop and ask yourself, why are you telling everybody? Why won't you just show people? Why won't you just show people what your power is? Hey, I wrote this down. I left this memo. I left this as proof. Because sometimes we do that. The episode went off into different paths about why people do this, but this is one I didn't explore. Sometimes we do that because we actually do believe in our power, but We want to prove it to other people to get them to join in on heaven on earth, creating their own reality, right? The way that you do that, a better way to facilitate that is leave a recorded memo. Use the technology. We have these phones in our hands and we never use it for 90% of what it can do. Take your cell phone in your hand right now or that's next to you. Record yourself saying that you are going to manifest this thing into existence. Do not go tell your homegirl, don't tell your homeboy, don't tell your parents, don't tell anybody. But tell yourself, leave a recorded memo. If you have an iOS device, lock the note. Say that you're going to manifest this. Lock it so the date doesn't change, even if you mess with it. And do not unlock it. Do not listen to it until it manifests. And then you can go around and show people, look what I did. Script it. Sometimes with scripting, people won't believe it because, they can be like, oh, you wrote that today. That's why I go back to technology. You use technology for what it is for and show people that this is real. If you need to tell somebody, tell them after it's done. Surprise everybody. Surprise. When you learn the art of shedding the up, then you will open up all types of powers with your manifestation ability and your understanding of the law of assumption. You will begin to manifest things left or right. You will begin to manifest things very quickly, very consistently. And it's so much better because, as I stated in the episode, other people will reflect back to you what you're manifesting. I've lost count about how many times I've had members or subscribers or people who just strolled on through and watched the video and told me where this channel is going. Where I specifically put my own desires out there. I won't say specifically what they are, but of course, everybody knows I have my own desires for the Here Nor There platform. But I've had people came and say specific numbers to me, specific goals that I have not shared with anybody outside of myself. And that is the reward, along with your manifestation materializing. But that is the reward on your way there, is that other people will tell you, and it's one of the greatest feelings ever, that is your validation. When thought transmission works and it reflects back to you with something that you said in secret, not only is it an indicator of your desire coming to fruition, but also it builds a certain level of conviction that you cannot get with sharing it with everybody and their mama. You are neither here nor there. Thank you for your time.